From the beautiful campus of Casper College, it's the T-Birds Coaches Show, bringing you game breakdowns, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews. Here's your host, Tom Myler.
Hello, T-Bird fans, and welcome to another episode of our Coaches Show. Joining us in studio, Coach Nate Macy. Welcome back, Coach.
Thank you.
It's
good to be back.
We just haven't really been consistent this year, have we? It's just been tough, different schedules.
Yeah.
This Wednesday-Saturday schedule is a little funky, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it though.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. Just for us here, for having always usually Friday, Saturday, or even Thursday, Saturday, it just makes things a little goofy.
Yeah.
But we're glad you're back.
Thank you.
And it helps that you only got one game this week, but unfortunately, with that one game, that means it's the last game of the regular season. I don't know. I'm up in the air, but at least it's at home.
Yes.
It's against Gillette, so it's always going to be a good game.
Yep.
I don't know.
We'll have to be ready to play. They beat us up there.
Yes.
Pretty good, pretty handily and stuff. So, but I think we'll be all right this time around. We got to be ready to play. They're going to be ready to play. They're well coached by Liz, Coach Liz and stuff. So, but us being sophomore, you never know. So being sophomore night and stuff. So honor our 3 sophomores that have poured their hearts and souls into this program for the last 2 years. So it should be a fun game.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. We're going to kind of backtrack just a little bit. We'll come back to that Gillette game and ask a couple more questions. But first, we got to talk about this last weekend. You go 1-1. You have a tough, heartbreaking loss against Eastern Wyoming, lose by 1 with a chance to win at the end. And then play very well against a very tough Northwest team that I believe leads the North right now.
Yeah, they're number 1 they're tied now, I think, with Gillette right now for the North. But, it was a tough week starting out at Eastern. We've been down players, all about the last 6 games without our leading scorer, and then our other 6-man. We finally got her back on this past Saturday, so that helped out a lot. But, it's that time of the year where you have to fight and through injuries and sickness and all that. So it happens everywhere. So it's not just Casper College, but, we're going through a little adversity right now. And I think we handled it well last Saturday. But hopefully we get a full, team back by the tournament time. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's what our goal is right now.
Yeah. Have you seen, because you've talked about this adversity, you've had multiple players kind of out or injured. I mean, all sorts of adversity this season. Have you seen different players kind of step up?
Yeah, we have, and we've kind of talked about it, getting better each day. So that's kind of our goal right now, is not just focus on, the end goal, as rather just focusing on the day, winning the day, being persistent and being good for that day, and being consistent. So I think that's the way you get better. So that's what we're doing. And plus, I think it's a good experience for all our players because they're actually getting some playing time that they probably normally wouldn't during this time. So I think, down the long run, I think down in tournament time, when it comes to crunch time and all that, we'll have some experience in that.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a great point about having that depth that it's like, hey, you guys have had significant minutes. If I'm going to put you in now here with a minute left to play, it's like I can trust you.
Yeah, so, that always plays a huge dividend into this time of the year. So you got to look at, the positive way and the optimistic way, even though we're getting some L's in there. But overall, I couldn't be more proud of this group and the way they've responded. So that's huge, especially, like I said, at this time of the year when you're going into the tournament and stuff, preparing for the tournament. It's always big. So I think with how we've played, how we're trending, I would say we're trending in the right way, which I'm very positive about. So
yeah. So from these last 2 games, what can you kind of pick out and say, hey, I thought we did this really well, or hey, that was a really, like, they executed this play really well, or they executed just the game plan?
Well, one thing that stuck out in my mind about Saturday's game, we had 18 assists, that's very, very good.
Very good.
We had 13 steals, so that was all encouraging signs. So those were like certain things that I saw. Hey, we're kind of maybe turning the corner right now, but overall, I think we just played with a lot more energy and effort those past two games and stuff, and that's what it's going to take for the tournament.
If I remember correctly, I believe Saturday against Northwest, didn't you do a full court press for just a little bit?
We did.
And
yeah.
the one time I did see, it worked very well. You could tell they were out of system. They just couldn't quite get the ball. There was lots of pressure. And ultimately, the one time I did see it was, they turned the ball over. It was a bad shot. And it's like, that's exactly why you do the press.
Yeah. And that is, we've done it all year, but, certain, you got to pick and choose when you do it. And so, but yeah, overall, we played well. We executed when we had to execute. There was a stretch there where I was a little worried. We went scoreless for a little bit, but that's part of the game of basketball. So you got to figure out ways to weather the storm, is what we call it, and we did, and we found a way to win Saturday. So I was super proud of the way they played Wednesday night, even though we lost by 1 and we were shorthanded. I think we only had 8 that night. So, but that's part of it. You learn from those losses, and then you take it and you multiply, and that's what we did on Saturday. We learned from it and we executed what we had to.
Yeah. So for this game on Saturday against Gillette, let's kind of take a step back and look at it in the big picture here of kind of standings going into the regional tournament. How important is this game for seeding wise?
It's always important. Again, the North is so crazy this year. I don't even know. We've gone through probably 10 different scenarios yesterday in our team meeting and stuff. And I was like, you know what? We just got to take care of our business. And that's what it is ultimately at the end. We got to do what we can control. We can't control who wins and who loses. We can't hope that somebody else loses versus hope somebody wins. If you start thinking that way, then you're in it for the wrong reasons. Right. So, like I said, it's all going to come down to this weekend for seeding. There's multiple scenarios, and there's multiple scenarios in the South as well.
So give us a best case scenario for your seeding.
I think anywhere from 3 to 6 is where we could end up.
It's a big jump there.
So, I don't see us getting up to 3 quite possibly. We'd have to have some other teams lose for that, which is going to be very difficult. So I would say, I don't exactly know. So
then it sounds like at this point we are going to make the tournament. That's kind of sealed, right?
Yeah.
The idea is, okay, are we going to have a play-in game or kind of where?
And we will have a play-in game. We just don't know if it's going to be here or there. So the top 4 seeds get to host, which is going to be a very hard thing to do for us, just the way our seating is. But it's possible, So, and then also I think the best case scenario will be us at the 5 seed.
Okay.
That's what I'm projecting, but again, this weekend's going to tell a lot. Wednesday we get the bye this week. Wednesday, people have 2 games left, so they play Wednesday, Saturday. So that's going to play a big significance into the seeding stuff. So it just depends on we have 1 game left, and Northwest has 1 game left. So right now, we play Saturday, they play Wednesday, and then all the other teams play 2 games this week. So,
really any sort of scenario you can imagine could be.
Yeah. So it's, like I said, it's all crazy right now. with the win-loss records.
It's not even March yet.
The
madness is already started.
It is already starting. It has started since January, I would say. But again, as soon as we find out, you guys, our PR, we'll definitely make sure we get it out to our fans and stuff once we know what's going on,
right.
And it all depends on this weekend.
Absolutely. So then this weekend, what are you telling your kiddos to focus on? What is kind of that main game plan of?
Focus on the moment. We can't control what's down the road. You can only control what's in front of you. So that's what we're kind of preaching to them, right now. We got a few extra days to prepare, which is kind of nice. That's what our message is just stay in the moment.
All right, perfect. Well, thanks, Coach, for coming in and kind of talking to us through about last week and what to look forward to, and giving us a little scenario, a little snapshot or sneak peek of possible what the tournament could look like. We're excited.
Yeah, and we don't even know where it's going to be hosted yet because of
That's right, because of the ties right now
and all that. So, like I said, it'll come down to this weekend, and then we'll definitely get the word out to everybody that needs to get the word out, and we'll get it out as soon as we can.
All right, T-Bird fans, well, stay tuned. Make sure to be there Saturday in the T-Bird Nest. It is sophomore night, so be sure there to cheer loud. Your support will definitely be helped because anything could happen, folks. It's college basketball. But until then, see you next time.